Guys, I'm taking some time off from writing while my computer updates to send out my prize that was won and fill out my Christmas cards for those readers who do belong to my author group on Facebook. So that is what I'm going to be doing for the next little bit. So I'm going to get off of here and get started on that. Super excited. It's the first snow of the year. We're going to do one of my favorite things, which is going to pick out our Christmas tree. I can't wait. We go to the same place every single year. So I am going to go bundle up so we can go and do that. This is our usual place that we go to pick out a Christmas tree. And we're super excited because they have remodeled, and this is our first Christmas here with the upgrades. And it's gorgeous. Look at these wreaths. And then we head over to the Christmas trees. One really cool thing is they always have a fire for roasting marshmallows.
Just don't put them too close because they will burn you. Oh, you're on fire. You're on fire, Alex.
Dad, help her. Note to self, when roasting marshmallows, do not catch them on fire. I am just a little bit behind in getting caught up, and I figured I would show you what my view has been like for the past little bit. My office is out of control, so today I'll be cleaning it up. But I have been glued to my computer doing research. I had been starting and stopping a couple chapters on my second book in my series. I couldn't figure it out. Finally figured out what it was I didn't like about it, and I've been a bit on a writing streak / research. So I've just been glued to the computer, making a bunch of notes, and I got a little behind. I did finish Mad Miss Mimic, which allowed me to open up my next book for Advent, which was The 100 by Cass Morgan. Now, I've already seen the TV show, so it's going to be interesting to go back and read the book. I am working on that right now, and I'm going to switch views really swiftly, and I will talk about Mad Miss Mimic and what I thought about it. And then I'm going to edit this so that I can post this, and that will be my wrap for last week. So I'm finally getting to my review of Mad Miss Mimic by Sarah Henstra. I actually really enjoyed this book, and it ended up being more than I thought it was. I knew that it was going to feature a character, Leo, who had a speech impediment and a rare speech disorder where she can mimic someone else. So in her own voice she would stutter and not be able to communicate very well, but if she was mimicking someone else she could speak eloquently, just like them. She did more than just sound like them, she took on their characteristics, which was interesting and creepy at the same time. There were instances where this personality, Mad Miss Mimic as she calls her, sort of took over. So she was living almost as this personality's prisoner, which was intriguing all in its own. Now, because this is the late 1800s, women, of course, really don't have any rights, and it's all about who they marry. But with this very strange speech disorder, she's thought to be quite mad, because back then they weren't as educated as we are now and understanding how things work. So her sister has been basically trying to thrust her off on anyone who will have her, and she finally finds someone who seems like the perfect match for her. He's a doctor and is more fascinated by her speech disorder than anything else, so he seems charmed. Of course, we all know things aren't what they seem. I found this to be quite charming. I really did like the character of Leo. I liked her growth. I found it to be very historically sound, so I really enjoyed that part of it. And how she delved into this. The author even went as far as sort of doing references in the back if you wanted to sort of parallel what she did in the book versus what actually happened during that time. So if you're really into London in the late 1800s, you like almost a whodunit type mystery with just a spot of romance in it, this would be the perfect read for you. Now, while I really enjoyed it, it wasn't something that I loved. There were some parts that fell sort of flat as far as like the romance. I felt like it wasn't really there. Like the characters didn't necessarily have time or opportunity to connect in the way that the author had them sort of connecting. You were wondering sort of at what point they fell into this insane love for one another, I would say. So I felt let down a little bit in that aspect, but the rest of the book was so entertaining and engaging that it didn't really bother me too much, because I felt like romance was really on the back burner. So this ended up being a 4-star read for me. I would definitely read something by Sarah Hinstra again, and I'm really glad that this gorgeous cover caught my eye and I had a chance to check it out. Yeah, so that was actually like my one read for last week. As I said, I am reading the 100 now, and I'm gonna break my rule and pick up some short stories, because if I don't pick up like graphic novels or short stories, I'm not gonna reach my goal of 200 books read in 2017, and I'm just too close to give it up, because I am at like 162 now that I've read Mad Miss Mimic. So you're gonna be joining me for next week's adventure, and we'll see if I can like dash past the finish line before December 31st midnight hits. I don't know, but I'm really gonna try. Other than that, I showed you what my week would be. In my next video, for the wrap of this week, I'll show you sort of like what I'm doing with my office space, and maybe even show you a little bit of me writing and taking notes, because that's really what I'm doing. If I'm not reading right now, I'm doing a ton of research, because I have a really exciting concept that I am developing for my next book, touching on a subject that I don't really know a lot about. So I'm kind of stocking my library right now. I'm actually having some books ordered in from some of the colleges, and I'm super excited about that. And I might talk about it a little bit more in detail, but it might be giving too much away, so we'll see what happens. Thanks for joining me. If you like my little brand of chaos, make sure that you like and follow below, and I will see you next time, guys. Bye.